Let me know what it's looking like. Let me know what it sounded like. Put the thumbs up in the comment if you can hear me, if you can see me. Let me know. Let me know that right now. Put the thumbs up in the comment if you can see me, if you can hear me. Let me know what it's looking like. Let me know what it's sounding like. Make sure you hit the likes on your way in. Although it ain't much to like about tonight. But we got some stuff to address. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all get y'all shit off tonight. Let me know what it's looking like. Let me know what it sounded like, man. Hit me a thumbs up in the comments. If you can see me, if you can hear me, everything's clear, everything's Gucci, let me know. Because I am highly disappointed and disturbed at this point. That was rough. That was rough. Make sure we hit the likes, man. Make sure we hit the likes. What up, what up, what up? What's good? Dominic, what's good? Brutal. Absolutely brutal. I'm gonna let a couple more people get in here, man. Let's get to 100 real quick. Make sure we hit them likes, man. If you're in here, hit the like right now. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, subscribe to the channel right now. Shout out to my boy, Raider Honcho, man. He got me dripped out right now. Sent me a care package, man. Fire stuff as usual. He sent me a hoodie that's so fire, man. It's so fire. But yeah, man, check out redemptionbrand.com, man. I'm sure he got some stuff up there that y'all gonna like. Y'all gonna need that in your collection. Oh, man, this is embarrassing, man. Super embarrassing. Super embarrassing. But, you know, I'm here to tell the truth, man. I'm here to tell you nothing but the unadulterated truth, okay? Whether y'all like it or not, I'm always going to give you the truth, facts over feelings. And honestly, I'm not even that surprised about what I saw tonight. I'm surprised that y'all surprised. And, you know, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it because I'm tired of everybody coming to me like, oh, Honcho's so negative. Honcho's so negative. Where the hell is that boy Baby Back Ribs that was in my comment section on my lunch special trying to tell me that, oh, when Aiden O'Connell ball out, keep the same energy. Shut your punk ass up, man. Now look. Now look. Now look. Where's Baby Back Ribs at that was in the comments? Come on now. Come on, I keep that same energy because I was trying to tell y'all. I was trying to tell y'all from Rip. You know, but I'm the negative one, and I'm this and I'm that. I'm not a real fan. I should go to New Orleans with Carr and all that other shit. Oh yeah, Baby Back Brock. Yeah, that was his name. Sweet Baby Ray's crybaby sauce. You was all up sweating Aiden O'Connell. Now look. 13 points. 13 points. Good Lord. Good Lord. 13 points. 27 for 40. They let that boy throw 40 passes. Average 5.7. A touchdown and a pick. 79.9 rating. Come on, man. Come on now. Make sure you hit them likes. Make sure we hit them likes, yo. I'd mop you. Who? Mop who? Who you gonna mop? Why are we talking about mopping? Why are we talking about chores? I'll take Sanders award. Yeah, I mean, come on. We know Shador, especially after what I saw last night. Like, I'm still rocking with Shador, for sure. Oh man, we trash. Can't wait. You ain't wrong. Somebody has to get fired after today. Talk to us, Honcho. Listen. You already know what I'm gonna say. You already know what type of time I'm on. You already know the vibes. You already know all of that. It is what it is. Listen, we are not a good football team. I've been trying to tell y'all over and over again, time and time again, the Raiders are not a good football team. And every week we get fans that are fans, and that's it. And there's nothing wrong with being a fan. I'm a fan. I love the Raiders. I love them when it was Oakland to LA, back to Oakland and now Vegas. I love the Raiders. But at the end of the day, I can't let my feelings supersede my intelligence. And my intelligence tells me that this is a bad football team. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can say, look, Johnny, you can say injuries didn't help, but injuries don't got nothing to do with looking prepared for a game. Like, our roster is not that bad to look as bad as we look on the field time and time again. We look like we don't know what we're doing. We look like we do not have any idea. Did we watch any film? We didn't prepare. We never seen this defense. We never seen this offense. Like, it's just is not a good look. So the injuries is the injuries. It's the NFL, man. These are still professionals that are backing up professionals. It ain't like we went and got some high school kids to play in this game, right? Now, at the end of the day, the talent is what the talent is, and the talent ain't what the talent ain't. So we can continue to make all these excuses like, whatever it is. That Pittsburgh Steelers team is not that damn good, right? The Chargers team we lost to was not that good. Somehow we beat Baltimore, who is that good. That's the crazy part. Hey, S, appreciate the super. Do not set your expectations so damn high and you won't be disappointed. That's a fact. You're not wrong. That's why I'm not surprised. I feel like every time I get on here, like the energy and the passion that you see is because I hate being the I told you so guy. You know what I mean? And I get so many comments and so much bad press and so much negativity because it's like, oh, you're not a real Raider fan. You're just negative and you just be hating on everybody. And it's like, no, bro. Like, I'm just telling you what it is. The Raiders are not good. Bruce, what's up with it? Aiden O'Connell was buns. I told you that before. I told you that before the season started. O'Connell was buns. Minshew is buns. Zeus is buns. Getsy is buns. AP is buns. Like, I've been telling y'all this. I've been telling y'all that. We need to try. Look, listen. The thing about it is that if the ship is already sinking, you might as well let the people sink with it. That's the thing. You know what I mean? There's no point of firing AP and bringing in somebody else to do a half-ass job and get you 6 more wins, and then what? Now you're in a position to pick 20th? Like, at the end of the day, let's just keep it thorough, yo. If AP is gonna be going after this year, you might as well let him finish the shit out. Why fire him now and bring somebody else in? It would be pointless to do that, right? If you're gonna start over, look, first things first, get Devontae out of there. That's number one. You gotta trade Devontae. You gotta get whatever you can get for him. You got to get whatever you can get for him. After that, look, I would trade away every possible player I can trade to get something back, and I would say I'm starting from scratch. And I'm not, look, I love Max Crosby, but at the end of the day, we can be ass with him, then we damn sure could be ass without him. And I'm not saying the answer is get rid of Max Crosby. I'm not saying that. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to clean house, man. This is as bad as it gets. This is as bad as the Raiders looked before we got Derek Carr. Like, we have hit all-time lows this season already, and we still got half the season to go. You know what I'm saying? So my opinion is if you're going to rebuild, don't rebuild with an interim coach. You're gonna need a new coach anyway. Let AP do what he got to do. Let him finish out the year, right? Like, you can't fall out the basement. When you look at this point, let AP finish the year. When the season is done, if he doesn't turn it around, you get rid of him. You get a quarterback. You get a coach. Well, first we get a coach that wants the quarterback. Get a coach who wants the quarterback. Get a coach that has an OC. Get a coach that's going to get a new DC. I'm done with everything. I'm done with it all. I'm done with it all. And I'm not saying it's one particular person's fault. Like, I'm not saying that it's Graham's fault and that's why he should be fired. But at the end of the day, he's part of the cesspool that is the current Raiders. And I think anything that's current right now, you have to consider getting rid of. You got to consider getting rid of. I would take away play calling from Getsy right away. But still, to me, that doesn't matter because at the end of the year, I'm going to get rid of whoever the head coach is. That's it. That's it, man, because I would not want to draft Shador and have AP be the coach. Sorry. I don't. I wouldn't want to draft Cam Ward and AP be the coach. Sorry, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would much rather go get somebody who knows how to be a head coach. And I'm not saying AP can't be a great coach at one point in his life or sometime down the road, but right now, no. Right now, no. And I told y'all this in my live when I was in the parking lot of the Walgreens, sweating through my tank top. AP has got a lot to prove in showing that he could be a good, adequate head coach or competent head coach in the NFL, and he doesn't have a lot of time to do it. And guess what? That time has come. It's gone. It's gone. So to me, AP is going at the end of the year, period. AP gone. AP's gone. Right? So let him finish the year. Let him finish the year. Forget it. Who cares? Like, 'cause this is what I don't want. I don't want you to go bring in an interim head coach, and then that guy does halfway decent, and now we're stuck between, do we want to keep him, get rid of him? We're in the Versace shit again. We're in the AP situation again, right? Just let him finish the job, get him up out of there, get a new regime, man. It's a done deal. It's a Reynolds wrap. It's over. Honcho, you are talking to a lot of young Raider fans. They don't get it, bruh. Shit, at this point, I sound like I'm talking to myself because don't nobody seem to understand. Don't nobody seem to understand that, like, you have to put your fandom aside and really see what it is for what it is. AP has done nothing to show you he's a good head coach. He got the job because Mark Davis felt pressure from Max Crosby and other players in that locker room that you don't get rid of the guy we want. We'll play for him. We'll play for him. That's great. There ain't enough talent to play for him. Right? There's not. So I'm getting rid of AP. I'm getting rid of Getsy. I'm going to get a quarterback, and I'm going to go hire a new head coach in OC. Period. End of discussion. Period. That's it, yo. That's it. That's it. It's get rid of Devontae. Devontae Adams has to be first. Devontae Adams is first. Get whatever you can get for him. Get whatever you can get for him. Get whatever you can get for Devontae. I don't care if it's a 4th-round pick. He can't. There's nothing you can do with him. There's nothing you can do with him. He wants to be a Jet. Let him be a Jet. He want to be a Jet that bad. The Jets better give us something. Because this looks horrible, man. This looks horrible. This is absolutely. We've had teams that won 4 games that look better than this team. Right? Now, the talent isn't as bad as the product we're getting on the field. That tells me the coaching has got to be a part of the problem. If you have players on a team, like I'm not saying they're great players, right? But you have enough talent on that team to be adequate, and you're showing up and you're putting that on the field, no, bro, you're in over your head, man. You're in over your head. Make sure we hit them likes, man. We got 300 people in here and only 80 likes, man. Make sure we hit the likes. I don't get it. Some of the play calling, you get 3rd and short, you're in the shotgun, you get 1st and long, 2nd and long, you do 2 dive plays right up the middle. Like, it just makes no sense what I'm seeing out here. And if AP is the guy in charge, that's why he has to be fired. That's why he has to be fired at some point. If he's the guy in charge, right? If he's in charge, that means he's letting Getsy call the plays, right? That means he's not stepping in, intervening. Well, if he don't got the balls to do that, he got to go. He got to go. Period. End of discussion. Right? Honcho, coach, we better than this, man. What you think, coach? I mean, Anthony, look, at the end of the day, I think that part of it is coaching. Part of it is the players got to play, the coaches got to coach. But a big part of it is coaching, because what the players do on the field and how they execute your scheme and your game plan is up to them. But when you're putting them in a poor position to execute it, and you're giving them a poor practice plan to practice all week and a poor game plan, then you can't expect them to be able to execute at a high level, because what you're giving them is not high level shit. Period. Period. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't look like we're trying to execute high level shit. The play calling is terrible. We definitely look like one of the worst teams in the NFL. I did the video this week. The Raiders are one of the worst teams in the NFL. I think the Jaguars might be worse than us. That's it. That's it. Make sure we hit the likes, yo. Make sure we hit the likes. It just looks like we're playing at a JV level against varsity teams. Like, I'm not lying to y'all. I'm not lying to you. I am trading Devontae Adams, right? I'm trading Devontae Adams. I'm getting rid of AP. I'm getting rid of Getsy. And I have to start looking at other pieces that I can trade to get draft capital. Because the Raiders might not be high enough to get Shador or get Cam Ward. So you might need more draft capital to be able to draft up there. King Ed, what's good, Raider Honcho? Who do you see the Raiders drafting at QB in 2025 draft? I think that, look, it's got to be Cam Ward or Shador Sanders at this point. But I wouldn't be surprised if you keep the regime you got right now. If you keep the regime you got right now, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if the Raiders go get a Sam Darnold and don't even draft a high-level quarterback. It would not surprise me if you keep the people you have in place right now. I would not be surprised at all. We're not trading Brock. Brock is generational. I ain't say trade Brock. I'm not saying trade Brock. I agree. AP is what it is. Honcho, would you keep Graham as DC? At this point, you can't. You can't, bro, because he's tainted. He's tainted, man. Like he's like let's say AP, Getsy, and Graham rob the bank, right? And they get the money bag. And they get in the back of the car, and when they open it, the paint shit blow up on their face. AP has all of that shit on him. He has all of that shit on him. Getsy and Graham have enough of it on them that they're guilty too. Okay? So they got the paint on them. They going to jail too. They getting the fuck up out of here, period. End of discussion. They got to go. They got to go. And our defense only looks good. They're not really that good, and I told y'all that. I didn't say Trey Bowers. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know where that's coming from. How is it possible that we have sucked the last 22 years? Because the people in charge don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. I think you just got to get rid of it all. I think you have to get rid of it all. Like, you can't fire the head coach and then keep the people that have been co-signing them. You can't. You can't. And I don't want a defensive-minded coach. I don't want a defensive-minded coach as a head coach. I don't. I really don't. I don't want that. Just go get a DC. Go get a defensive coordinator to be the defensive coordinator. You got to have an offensive coordinator that can be creative. It's not just about the run scheme, if it's a gap scheme, if it's a man scheme, if we zone blocking, or it's not just that kind of stuff. You have to be creative. It's not like every coach gets the same 5,000 plays and we get to pick which ones we want for our playbook. Like, no, some coaches actually go in there and create plays. They actually go in there and draw shit up. We don't have a guy capable of doing that. But the problem is he wasn't capable of doing it in his previous stop. That's the problem I'm having. He wasn't capable of doing it before. But you brought him over here and think, you know what? We're going to give him less talented quarterback and we'll see what he does. You knew what he was going to do. Stink the shit up. You got to. It's terrible, man. This just reeks of just like unprofessionalism going on. And I tried to tell y'all that. I don't think AP is the guy to be a head coach. Make sure we hit them likes, man. 320 people in the chat, man. We only got 100 likes, man. Hit the likes, yo. Can we bring Gruden back now? That ship is sailed. That ship is sailed for sure. We look like the Cowboys against the Lions. Cowboys and the Lions. That was Cowboys look horrible, man. But I mean, yeah, you're right. We ain't that far behind. Because we are bad, man. We are so bad. Like, so bad. I need CeeDee Lamb to score a touchdown. I don't even know if he's in the game, though. He gonna cook my parlay. That sucks. Honcho, what's your record prediction? I mean, I thought this was a 7-win team before the season. Right now, the way if everything stays the way it is, man, we 5 wins, 6 wins. You know what I'm saying? What happened? You at work? You don't want to know what happened. We just got beat by damn near 30. Like, we look horrible, man. We look like we can't get nothing done, man. AOC has a big arm, 4 or 5 wide all day, but let him throw it downfield. He's not that good. He's not that good. If you go 5 wide and become that predictable, they're going to pin their ears back and they're going to put so much pressure on him that he's only going to be able to throw 2-yard passes. He can't move. He's not that good. I try to tell y'all that. Like, when we got him, I gave him a D draft grade. I said, just why? Like, why? Why did you draft him? Like, why? Like, you think the answer is just like, yo, let's give him mad receivers and just tell everybody to go vertical and we'll just throw the ball. That's not the answer. That's not the answer, man. It's not the answer. We don't have the scheme to be successful offensively, even if we had the players. I agree, man. Telesco, like, he might not want AP because AP was already here. He inherited that. What do you know about football? What do I know about football? I don't think you need to know a lot about football to know the Raiders aren't good. So, you know what I mean? What quarterback in college do you think would help us? I think, well, look, there's 5 quarterbacks in college right now that are better than both quarterbacks we have. Put it that way. Now, do they help us win more games? I don't know, because you have to put things around them as well. You do need a quarterback and an OC. You need an OC that's going to build his offense around that type of quarterback, though. We have holes in all depth. No one can help. Well, true. I don't know shit about football, but yet I watch it. Based on the remaining schedule, we might be favored in one of those games, 3-14. I don't. I think you probably get to 5 wins. I think you find a way to get to 5 wins. I know it sounds crazy after what I saw, but you know you got to just feel like 5 wins is where we're gonna probably be at. What players are you open to trading? Well, you got to get rid of Devontae. Devontae has to be traded. Devontae has to be traded. Look, all right, put it like this. You got to move on from Devontae. You got to move on from Jack Jones. You're obviously going to have to replace your safety. I think Epps is out of there. I think you have to consider moving Spillane. You have to consider moving Max Crosby. I know it sounds crazy, but I think that everything has to be on the table at this point because we are that bad. And it's just like when we had Khalil Mack. It's no point to keep Khalil Mack if you're going to lose anyway. Like, I love Max Crosby. Like, Max Crosby should be a Raider for life. But if we're just talking the business side of things, you have to consider moving someone that can actually get you some pieces in back because you have to rebuild anyway. So by the time the Raiders rebuild and they're good, Max Crosby's going to be 35 years old. So we're going to just be terrible for the next 6 years. Like, it's no point. Colton Miller, absolutely. The Hutchinson situation is terrible, man. Praying for him, man. That looked awful. I don't think anybody is off limits, and I think if you respect Max Crosby for the work he's put in, I think you kind of owe it to him to put him in a situation where he can be successful. I mean, look, honestly, he didn't ask to be here, and he never asked to be out, right? He never asked to get up out of here, no matter how bad it got. Almost the same way as Derek Carr, but just like Derek Carr, if you keep him here, we're just gonna ruin his prime, and by the time he has an opportunity to be on a good team, it'll be too late. I know moving Max Crosby sounds crazy. I understand that. And I'm not saying we should trade him. I'm just saying that at this point, you're going to need to get a lot of picks to rebuild this team. And look, again, I'm not saying the Raiders should go trade Max Crosby. I'm saying that I'm not surprised if you have to put a thought into it. Ryan Tannehill is trash. I have no thoughts on that outside of him being trash. There's just no backups I want to get. There's no nothing that I want to get. Yeah, I look, I love Max Crosby. And I know you guys, I know the fans sound, I know how y'all do. Y'all going to clip this and be like, Honcho said get rid of Max Crosby. I'm not saying get rid of Max Crosby. I'm saying that might be what it takes to actually build this team the way it needs to be built, period. I don't care how you feel about that. Because Devontae's giving you a 4th-round pick. Well, you're not rebuilding the team off that. Who else you got to trade? Who else you got to trade? Right? Like, what picks are you going to get to use on the offensive line? Like, where are you going to get these pieces from? I'm just saying, I got enough love for Max Crosby that, look, I'd rather get something for him and let him go play somewhere else. I mean, what the hell? Fix our O-line first before trading for a QB. No, we're not trading for a QB. We're going to draft a QB. We're going to draft a QB. What coach do you think can turn us around? I don't think it's about turning it around. I don't think, like, that's the thing. There is no turning it around. It's a dub. It's over. Like, you have to build a new team. No coach can step in here and have the talent they have right now on this roster and say, okay, we're gonna go from being a 5-win team to now being a 11-win team. There's not a coach that can do that. It's not someone that can do that. You're gonna have to start over. You're gonna have to build this team because we've been putting band-aids on bullet wounds for way too many years. All right, we've been doing that since we bought in Randy Moss. Right? Like, you've been trying to do it. You tried to bring in Devontae Adams. You didn't fix nothing else. You actually got worse bringing Devontae in because you lost Josh Jacobs and Derek Carr and Darren Waller. Like, there's not enough talent on this roster for a coach to come in and fix it. Make sure we hit the likes, man. 340 people in the chat, only 150 likes. Hit the likes. Bro, get a QB no matter what we've been trying to build the O-line. It'll be Carr all over again. Darren Waller is trash now, but he wasn't trash that year we made it to the playoffs. He just was hurt. AP's got to go. AP's got to go. I like Jalen Milroe, but Jalen Milroe he just, to me, reeks of a quarterback that is going to be highly confused by NFL defenses. And I could be wrong. Like, Waller wasn't trash. He had his best years with us. So my point is, at one time, you had Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, Max Crosby, Josh Jacobs, Derek Carr, a healthy Colton Miller. You had all that on the same team. Yo, I got this hat, Redemption brand, man. Shirt and everything, yo. He sent me a care package today, man. Some fire stuff, man. Make sure you go check out redemptionbrand.com. Are you going to do a mock draft? I'm not doing no goddamn mock draft right now. The people that are doing mock drafts right now are the people that were in denial that this team was good. You people don't know about football saying shit like that. People saying shit like what? AP ain't at the presser because he probably getting chewed the fuck out by ownership. Like, it is what it is, man. He is not producing at the level you need to produce at. Hey, Honcho, as you know, our son, Raider, was born with 5 holes in his heart. Sad he finally is home and watched this game. Hey, listen, man. Hey, blessings to you and your family, man. Shout out to the little homie. Yeah, it's a tough one. That tough one to watch. You know, he a lot stronger than the team we got. I tell you that much. But, you know, blessings to him, man. You know, being home and being able to watch the game and all. AP is more... Yeah, I agree, man. Like, I've been said it. Like, watching AP coaches look like somebody's playing for their friend. Like, they playing for their friend. Like, they respect them as a friend, not as a boss. You got to be respected as a boss. Getsy got to go. Yeah, Getsy's trash. Much love, brother. Thank you. Nah, no problem, man. No problem, yo. Don't be negative. You don't know football. Raider fan who just watched the Raiders get their asses whooped handily. Yeah, look, I don't... Call me negative all you want. Call me negative. Call me negative all you want. I don't really care. Nothing I said has really been off base from what is actually going on. So I ain't tripping. AP will not be the head coach next year. Realistically, what do we do rest of the season? You just play it out. You just play it out. You keep AOC. The thing about it that sucks about the Minshew situation is you paid him. You paid him to bench him. That's the problem with the Raiders. They do shit like that. You paid him to be on your bench. And then try to convince all of us that he was going to be a good starting quarterback. Just like you paid Jimmy Garoppolo when he had an injury. It's just terrible, man. It's terrible. New coach every year. Hey, look. Hey, listen. You got to find one. You got to find one. I'm so tired of Jack Jones, man. Like, I am, man. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Juice ain't worth the squeeze, man. We need to stop with all the inconsistencies. We are consistent. It's not inconsistent. We are consistent. We are consistently terrible. We are consistently terrible at our jobs. We're consistently terrible in management. We're consistently terrible in ownership. We're consistently terrible in coaching. We're consistently terrible in talent evaluation. We're consistently terrible in drafting. We're not inconsistent at all. We're very consistent. We suck. We're very consistent in that. That's the facts. Thought Jack was going to be a dog. I think Jack is a dog, but in the NFL, it takes more than that. They're all dogs. You gotta have you gotta have talent. You gotta want to do right. You gotta want to do the right things. Talent eval has been trash for you. Exactly. shit been trash. No, Jack reminds me of when we had what's his name? Marcus Peters. You think you're getting one thing and you'll get it, and then it won't be that anymore. Who you like better, Honcho? I like Sanders. Honcho has been saying all along, pathetic game. It's no surprise to me. I am not surprised. I'm just sick of it. I'm just so tired of having to argue every week and prove that I'm a fan just because I don't agree with everybody else who says AOC is the future. He's not. He's not. He never was going to be. He never was going to be. Got rid of Marcus Peters for Jack, and Jack does what Marcus Peters did. Exactly. Exactly. It's embarrassing. Thank you for always speaking the truth. It's so brutal to watch. Hey, Bearded Guitar, man, it is what it is, man. I'm always going to keep it real. I have no reason to not keep it real. I have no ties. I have no friendships. I have nothing. I have no reason to not keep it official with y'all, to keep it a thou wow. Like, there's no reason for me not to. No Raiders pay my bills. I'm not connected with the organization. I am just strictly a fan who has been watching them play for years. I've been a fan since I was born in the 80s. And at the end of the day, like, I'm seeing shit with my own eyes. Baron, appreciate the super. Yo, Honcho, who should our head coach be next year? It really all depends who's going to be available. What I want to see is us not necessarily go hire a coordinator. Some people are just coordinators. Some people are just coordinators. They don't know what it's like to be supervisors or in managerial positions. They are strictly coordinators, and they can be great coordinators. They can be great coordinators. Unfortunately, AP wasn't even a coordinator. He was a position coach. He was a position coach. SP, appreciate it. Right? Like you skipped over letting your defensive coordinator be the head coach. You went to a position coach and made him a head coach. Me don't like that shit is crazy to me. And it's not his fault. It's not his fault, but at the end of the day, he's not right for the job. This is not personal, and I think that every season fans have these personal attachments to players and coaches, right? And then it's like, well, my personal feelings are that, well, he might be good. I don't care about your personal feelings. The fact of the matter is that your personal feelings towards AP convinced you that he was going to be an actual good head coach in the NFL. Pie guys, see you later. Like, it's too personal. Like, you guys are too attached to certain things. AP on the mic right now. All right, let's see what he say. Let me try to get that going over here. Shut your bitch ass up. Let's see what he say. Let's see what he got to say. See, he's talking about the script. Yeah, the script is cool. But then you got to make adjustments, and y'all don't have the capability of doing that, period. Hey, John, I appreciate it, man. Look, I'm not trying to always be right. I'd rather be wrong, but at the end of the day, when you're right, you're right. The chat is cooking him, too. All it sounds like he's saying to me is that he ain't coached him. He ain't coached him right. Honcho has been speaking a lot of truth so far. Hey, man, Salvador, I appreciate you. I mean, look, it is what it is. You cannot lose the game the way you lost today, and everybody just stays pat. Something's got to be done. That's a good question. That's horrible, man. This is so bad. This is so bad. They just asked, "Are we a good team making mistakes, or are we just a bad team?" He pretty much said we're just a bad team. But if I say we're a bad team, I'm negative and should go root for the Saints. We lead the league in missed tackles. Yeah, that's kind of crazy that you would lead the league in missed tackles with a linebacker as your head coach and defensive coordinator is supposed to be pretty good. Maybe they should stop dancing so damn much at practice. I like Brock Bowers though. I don't think AP is horrible. I just think he's in over his head. He doesn't. He's not the guy. He's just not the guy. Yo, Black Sunday, you're right. People that were mad at your initial opinions are even more pissed that you're right. I know. It's terrible. This is hard. This press conference is horrible. He shouldn't even be answering questions. He should be talking. He should be talking and telling us what the hell he's gonna do to fix it. AP didn't fumble twice. You guys are just you guys are like picking and choosing how you want to evaluate people's jobs. Derek Carr was throwing interceptions that was being tipped off the receiver's fingers. I don't think y'all was saying, well, he ain't the one who tipped it. There was an interception on him and you thought he was bad. Period. Yeah, Raider Nation is in the building. Yo, they cooking, my boy. Yeah, but this is the thing. If your team is always playing well at the beginning and they fall apart at the end, you have to look in the mirror and ask yourself, how the hell are you preparing them? That's when you're supposed to be. That's when you start cooking with grease. It's like as the game goes on, that shows you who's prepared and who's not prepared. Everybody can play the first quarter. Oh, he just dipped. Why he just walk off like that? That shit look crazy. Hold on. I gotta see why he walked off like that. At this point, I'll take the Manning kid from Texas. He's nice. Slew Honcho, gotta admit, was hype before the season, but this is pathetic. It's clear to see no adjustments, no momentum. It looks like the team is lost. Facts. Oh, that was it? That's all I could ask him, huh? He out of there. Well, that was a waste of time. We learned nothing. He took no accountability. I don't know, man. I don't know. What's crazy is that 80% of y'all were cheering that AP for AP. Now y'all want him fired after 6 games. I mean, look, you ain't talking about me. What up, Honcho? Shout out from Bakersfield. Keep up the good content. Appreciate you. Look, at the end of the day, I already felt like AP had a lot to prove, and I feel like he's proven it. I feel like he's proven that he's not ready to be a head coach, and furthermore, he's not ready to be a head coach of a team that's trying to rebuild something, that's trying to create something. Maybe if he stepped in for I don't know, maybe the Jets or something like that, maybe it would have been a different situation. But what can he develop? I don't think there's coaches on his staff that believe he should have been the head coach. Let's be real about it. Let's be real about it. What do you think Graham feels like? That he was a defensive coordinator. Our defense was the best part of the team last year, right? And you didn't get the opportunity to be the head coach. They skipped over you and went to the, right? They went to the linebacker coach, who was the interim, and then gave him the job. Did you interview? So we don't even know. We don't know if anybody in the organization outside of Max Crosby and a few players believe he should be the head coach. Because if they believed he should be the head coach, then why is Marvin Lewis there? Why is Coughlin there? Why is there 19 headsets on the sideline? We don't know. We do not know. Some just don't seem right, though. Some just don't seem right. I said AP is not coach material. I mean, look, I'm sure there's plenty of people that probably disagreed with AP being the guy. I think what happened is the Raiders fans and the Raiders players were probably more concerned with, I hope that we don't let a guy walk out of the building that would have been a good head coach for us. And I think that's just all it comes down to. And they played it safe and was like, look, I don't want to be wrong again and let him go. Let's just be wrong and keep him, I guess. Hey, Big Lil Bosco, appreciate the super honcho. Jacobs was a playmaker, not just casual running back. Should have paid the man. Excuse was we saving money to re-sign in-house talent. Honcho, what talent? Look, you're not wrong. I thought it was a bad idea to get rid of Jacobs. I think that he was somebody that we relied on. He was a workhorse. I think he was well respected in the locker room, and I think he was a leader to some degree in the building. You got rid of that. I think Derek Carr was a leader in the building. You got rid of that. The thing about AP is that when you say he's a good motivator, it's like kind of, right? Because the truth of the matter is that everybody likes the backup quarterback. Everybody likes the backup quarterback because the expectations are different, and he looks different from what you already had. Antonio Pierce was such a contrasting individual from what we had in JMD that you had to like him. He was the polar opposite. One's white, one's black. One has fucked up haircut, one's bald. One wears Air Maxes, one wears Air Forces. One's an offensive guy, one's a defensive guy. One is clean shaved, one's a mustache with a goatee. One looks like he'll call the cops, one look like the cops get called on him. These are the facts. These are the facts. It's easy to like what's opposite of what you have when you're losing. It's easy to like what you have, right? And replace that when you're losing. You know what I'm saying? So to me, what everyone fell in love with AP was just because he was a total opposite of what Josh McDaniels was. Yo, Juan, wow, what is nonsense about what I'm saying? What is nonsense about what I'm saying? What's nonsense? Don't everybody love a substitute teacher? Why? You bringing race into it? Man, stop, man, calm down, man. I named 8 different things, and the one race thing was obvious. One's black and one's white. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. Sebastian, what's good? Shout out from Croatia. Honcho dropping facts. Hey, man, I tried. AB talked a lot of ish all off season, and now reality said it. Kevin, absolutely. Absolutely. At some point, you got to do your job. I don't think he's capable of doing the job properly. That don't mean we can't win games here and there. But the truth of the matter is, does anybody feel secure if you said, look, put it like this. Would you take AP for the next 10 years or the field? Not knowing who you get, but would you take AP for the next 10 years or the field? Nobody's taking AP. You would much rather take the next 10 years trying to find a guy than keep AP. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'll argue with anybody that wants to tell me different. You're not taking AP for the next 10 years over the field. 5 years. You're taking AP for 5 years of the field. You're not taking that. You're not taking AP over what you could get in the next 5 years. Now, if I asked y'all that in the summer, everybody would have said AP. Because everybody believed AP could do it based on what? That he wore black Air Forces and wore hoodies at the games even though it was 130 degrees? I don't know. John, appreciate the super. If you were Mark, what would your offseason moves be? Bring Henny Honcho back. Hey, listen, the Henny it's going to be back. I'm just waiting till my football season is over. But Henny, I'm about to be back on it, man. I need it in the bloodstream. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be back. But as far as if I was Mark Davis, I got to be looking right now at what head coaches are possible for next year and what offensive coordinators are going to be available. Like, that's what you got to start doing, right? Because at some point you got to replace somebody. You got to replace somebody. It's too much of the same thing, and you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing. It's just a bad look, man. This is just a bad look. Honcho, how your squad doing in New Jersey football? Sebastian, we just had a game the other night. We 5-2 right now. We 5-2 right now. We poised to make a playoff run. You know what I'm saying? But we play in a big division. So like we're a small school. So you know we got some killers out there that we're gonna have to contend with. But our team is doing pretty good, man. 5-2 right now. Offense is clicking at the right time. Defense is giving up only like 12 points a game. So you know we cooking right now. Lincoln, these bozos don't get it. Keep speaking facts, Honcho. That's what I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do is speak facts. Lewis, appreciate the super. Gruden failed. Gruden failed up our rebuild. We need to try again. Yes, I don't disagree with that. You gotta try again. You have no choice. You're not going to build a team around AOC. And what point would it be to keep AP and then replace the quarterback, replace the OC, you got to replace all of it at this point. Dragon, what's up with it? Congrats on the team success. Thank you. Hey, appreciate you being a member for this long, man. We gotta get you in that higher tier so I can bring you on and we can, you know what I mean? We can chat it up. Ever heard of Bishop Gorman High School? Hell no. Hell no, I didn't. Keep AP, the coordinator's gotta go. I just don't know what AP has done for me to keep him. I just don't know what he's done for me to keep him. If you're going to keep a head coach because the team is bad and you think it's the coordinators, then you better be the most disciplined. You better do the little things, right? Like make tackles and block. Like there's certain things that the head coach can control. He might not be able to control the outcome if the talent isn't good and the play calling is not good, but ain't no such play that's called to miss or make a tackle. That's something you have got to do from preparation. Right? When your team looks lost out there, that's on the coach. How much time did you spend on preparation? How much time did they watch film? How much time did they spend with their position coach? We don't know any of that. We don't know how much time is allocated for each thing. We don't know. But what I'm saying to you is that if you're going to keep the head coach and get rid of the coordinators, then I need all the other intangibles to look good. And it doesn't look good. It doesn't, none of it looks good. So why are we keeping them? And I've been saying Mark Davis got to go, but we know he not. Max co-signed AP, so what happens when they fire him? Look. I'm not mad that Max co-signed AP. Max did what he's supposed to do. He got a guy in there that he fuck with. Like, I rock with AP. We did some good things with him being there. So I'm not gonna fault Max Crosby for that by saying if we get rid of AP, you got to get rid of Max. No. I'm not saying that, but I do feel like if you really want to rebuild this team, I don't think there's a player on the roster that you look at and say they're untouchable. Max would be the guy closest to that, but why waste Max if you're going to be bad for the next 3-4 years? Because even if you go out there and get Shador and get Cam Ward, you're not just automatically going to be good like that. You're not, because there's nothing in place. The Commanders had a decent defense. They had other things in place, right? They didn't just take one draft. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at CJ Stroud. Like, they had other things in place, and they got the right head coach. So at the end of the day, I don't think you could just go say, all right, we're gonna go get Shador, and we're all of a sudden just gonna be a really good football team. I don't think it's gonna work that way. So you're gonna need to take a few years to get good, in my opinion. Why waste those years? Why waste those years for Max? We need to change now. We need to fire somebody. Ruthless, like, nah, I don't think firing anybody today is gonna make a difference. If you're gonna be bad, just be bad. Shador is trash. Come on, NPR. What you talking about, man? What you talking about? How he trash? That's crazy. Shador is not it. That's fine. Some of y'all told me AOC was it, so I can't. I'm not gonna argue with nobody. Hiring a head coach prior to a GM isn't a recipe for success. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We've been rebuilding for 20 years now. Well, that's what happens when the people that's building the damn house don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to take measurements. Sometimes you got to measure twice and cut once. These motherfuckers measure once and cut twice. That's the problem right there. Adams is definitely getting traded. 1,000% Adams is going to be traded. There's no reason to keep him. No, because Dan Campbell felt like a head coach. He felt like AP doesn't feel like a head coach. He feels like a position coach, a defensive coordinator at most. Shador trash and AOC and Minshew shouldn't even be in the league. Exactly. Like, I don't know how people just say that. Let's hire Mike McCarthy. Nah, I'm good on that. Mike Vrabel, I'm not mad at Mike Vrabel, but like, that's just too. It's already done, man. I've already seen that movie. Like, I want something fresh. Like, I don't want to keep doing what we do. How you fix the defense as a DC? I think you need to. I don't know what the Raiders are doing. I feel like that you have to be really good at something on defense. Same as offense. You're either going to be really good passing or be really good running. Like, right? Defensively, you have to be really good at something. If that's going to be getting pressure on the quarterback, if that's going to be stopping the run, if that's going to be shutting down the pass in the back end with the secondary, you have to be really good at something on defense. And right now, the Raiders just aren't really good at anything, right? They're not good at stopping the run. They're not good at stopping the pass. They're not good at tackling. They're not good in coverage. So, I mean, what I would do is I would just simplify it and try to make everything simple and just say, okay, look at the players we have. What kind of defense can we run to get the best out of them? I know I'm a 4-2-5 guy, but my players are better in a 3-4. Well, guess what? We're running a 3-4. I'm a 4-2-5 guy, but our players are better in a 4-3. Well, guess what? I'm running a 4-3. So to me, I feel like we have got to just try to simplify it and be good at something. Hey, Brian, appreciate the super. Do you like the Texas coach Steve Sarkisian? I do, but I don't know if he's an NFL type guy. But I do like him. I like his approach to the game. I like his passion. I like his ability on offense. So, like, yeah, I do like him. But I'm not sure I like him for what the Raiders need. But now if you get him and you go get you a Cam Ward or a Shador, then, you know, that might be a nice little match. I think if you're going to get Shador or Cam Ward, I do not want a defensive-minded head coach. I don't. Deion Sanders, next Raiders coach? Nah. I think Deion's approach is suited for kids. I think it's suited for people who he can be impressionable on. I don't think he can have that type of impression and influence on grown men. Should we hire Bill Belichick? No. Salah? Hell no. Brian Flores? Hell. Oh, for DC. I like Brian Flores. I like a lot of his blitz packages and the way he schemes up on defense. Who do you want Honcho as head coach? I don't know, because I didn't go into this season thinking that we would be 6 weeks into it and we would be already talking about a new head coach. So I don't know who I want as head coach. I just think that you got to get a GM to get his head coach, and then you got to allow that head coach to get his OC and his DC and then his quarterback. So to me, you got to bring in somebody who you trust to do those things. You can't bring in a guy that you're allowing to be like he's learning on the job. Like the Raiders we're the fucking Raiders, man. Like, this isn't a learn on the job type of job. Like, put somebody in that knows what they're doing. Period. So if you're gonna get rid of AP, I think you gotta keep Telesco, because it's like you gotta allow him to go pick his head coach, and then his head coach should be able to pick every other coordinator he wants. So DC should be gone. Bring back Gruden? Nah, that's not gonna happen. Make sure we hit the likes, man. We got almost 400 people in the chat. We only got 240 likes. Hit the likes for me. And if you're not a subscriber to the channel, subscribe to the channel, man. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Check out redemptionbrand.com. Get you some of this merch, man. This shit is fire, man. Let me show you this hoodie that what's his name, Raider Tape sent me. So you know we got the regular hoodie. You know this joint is nice, right? It's nice, right? And then like on the sleeve. You know what I'm saying? On the sleeve, we got that. We got the But then I was about to put this joint on. And then I said, oh, baby. Yep. This is fire. Shout out to Raid, man. This is fire. This is so fire. Yeah, I'm going to be wearing this all winter underneath my North Face bubble jacket. That's what it is. So check out redemptionbrand.com. Get you some of that. Shout out Ray, the tape. Yeah. He official with it. Go check him out. I don't know where he been at. He like Batman. He just pop up and then be out. Like, where is he? PG defense should be more for high school and college teams because he sucks at the NFL level. Well, that Giants defense wasn't that bad. When he was there, that Giants defense wasn't that bad. Who you want as coach? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know who I want as a head coach. I'm just here to tell you the coach we got is no good. Who I want, I don't know. I don't know who's available. I want somebody who's offensive minded, right? I need the head coach to be somebody who's offensive minded and how the game works today, and that he can go get an offensive coordinator and his own defensive coordinator. He should be able to bring in his whole staff. I am not one of those guys that does logistics. I don't know who's available. I do not check the waiver wire. I do not do free agency. I do not do any of that. I'm here to give you my opinion and my perspective on what I see right now. I can't tell the future. I don't know what the Raiders need to do or who they should go get to do it. I just know that what they're doing right now is not working. Honcho for the Raiders DC job? Hell no. I can't get that job because me and Nate Hobbs will be fighting the first day. Panthers fan here. We don't care. We don't care if you're a Panthers fan here. If you want to join our misery, shit, come through, man. Pull up. I think Dungy would be amazing. Tony Dungy? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Tony, hell no. I said offensive-minded, man. I be looking up to Hobbs. That don't mean... Man, Hobbs ain't that damn tall. Hobbs like, what, 5'10"? What you talking about? Now, I'm not saying that's a fight I would win. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just telling you, you keep getting them damn... Look, listen. You keep playing coverage the way you're playing coverage, I'm going to have to say something. If I have to say something, then you have to say something. Then one of us got to go. Like, I mean, come on now. Honch and Jack Jones, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it wouldn't work for me. They be out of there. Tony Dungy looked just like Silva from the NBA, the commissioner from the NBA. He just like a tanner version. Deuce, I'm definitely firing Deuce. If I got the head coach's job, I'll fire Deuce the first minute I land. Well, I wouldn't land. I would drive there. But I'm just saying, as soon as I get out the car, hey, Deuce, you fired. Bennett, only decent DB this year. I mean, yeah, but he ain't it. I don't think he's it. You know. I think Hobbs is good. I'm just saying there's a lot of improvement that I thought he was going to show this year, and that I'm just not seeing it. Bennett is solid, but like I feel like, you know, solid ain't enough. Matt Austin, what's up? Jack Jones and Hobbs are soft. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they soft at all. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm calling OC from Penn State. He calls good plays. Yeah, but he got good plays down there. We don't know what that look like up here. And we don't have the talent to know. You know what I'm saying? We don't got the talent to know. But y'all, I'm only going to be on here for a couple more minutes, man. We got the Sunday night games about to pop off. I got to get my parlays in, man. You know, freaking CeeDee Lamb cooked my other parlay, so I got to go make that money back. So if y'all want to send me some dollars that I could bet on the game tonight, I wouldn't mind that. If not, I'm going to have to catch y'all tomorrow when I drop a video about what it is that the Raiders got going on. So get your questions in, man. If you got questions, let me know right now. Get your questions in before I dip. I smacked my parlay for today. Pittsburgh -3. Damn. Lucky bastard. Clint Kubiak. I like Clint Kubiak. I ain't gonna lie. You a Mets fan? Absolutely. Absolutely, baby. Should we cut Max? No. Man, are you on crack? Hell no, we shouldn't have cut Max. Now, trading him is a conversation for a different day. Clean the front office out. Clean the whole thing out. Clean Vegas out. Go back. Get out of there. Get out of Vegas. You want air raid? I'm not mad at that. Go Dodgers? Oh, hell no. Well, y'all from out there, so I can't really be mad if that's where y'all from. Yeah, somebody said cut Max is crazy. You think Antonio Pierce, head coach next year? No. No. Nope. Yankees are better than who? We don't rock with the Yankees, man. I told you I was raised a certain way. We can't rock with the Yankees because they should have. I think they had the first opportunity to get Jackie Robinson, you know, the first black player in Major League Baseball history. They were supposed to get him, and they didn't get him because they was too damn racist. So he went to Brooklyn, and then Brooklyn Dodgers went to L.A., and then we got the Mets. So that's why we rock with the Mets. Just a little black history for y'all. So, yeah, that's why we wasn't allowed to root for the Yankees. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But that's what my grandfather told us, and so that's that. Need a QB from this draft that can extend drives. Tired of having statues back here. Jody, I don't disagree with that, but I don't necessarily think that's an answer. I don't think it's the only answer. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's an answer. Like, yes, having somebody who can move and extend the plays is great, right? You look at Milroy, you look at Cam Ward or something like that. Somebody like Shador is not going to extend the plays as much. But when you have a quarterback that can make quick reads and get the ball out fast and can make every throw, all you really need to do is move the pocket for him. He doesn't actually have to be a running quarterback. You know what I mean? So I will agree with you that is one of the answers you can have, but it's not the only one. It's the play calling, Leo. I mean, yeah, play calling is trash. It is. But the guys that they're calling the plays for are trash. Like Madison was a running back 3 where he's from? Like, what are we talking about? AOC shouldn't have been drafted by the Raiders. Minshew is trash. Jacoby Myers didn't play. Tucker is, I thought it was a reach when we drafted him. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we don't have the talent to really be complaining that much about the play calling because even if he called good plays, we don't have the talent to execute it. Period. Andre James has not been good. Colton Miller has not been good. Henbo says clean the front office out. Jacoby a solid 2, ain't no legit 1. Yeah, but receivers... You could make any receiver into a number 2. I mean, Jalen Hurts has some good receivers, and he still looks very, very mediocre at times. So, at the end of the day, we got to get a quarterback. We got to get an offensive-minded coach, and we got to get a coach that, has an offensive coordinator and knows what he's doing. Jekyll and Hyde, respect for keeping it real all these years. Now, Honcho, you already know that. That's what I'm here to do. Jalen Hurts is mid. That's my point. Jalen Hurts is mid, and he has great receivers. So, the receivers, I think that's what they always say, right? Get a quarterback that makes the receivers good. Don't get receivers that make the quarterback good. Something like that. That's what I'm saying. I probably said it all wrong. But you don't want to get a quarterback that you need good receivers to make you look good. You want to get a quarterback that's good enough to make the receivers good. Something like that. Why you keep saying clean the front office out, man? What do you want? If you want me to elaborate on your point, man, $199 to do it for you. Should have got AP the QB he asked for. You're not wrong about that. Jacoby get 1,514 TDs. No, he can't. We need to get someone first 2026 draft and get Arch Manning. Arch Manning is going to be a problem. Where's Baby Brock? Baby Brock is probably somewhere crying like the baby punk that he is. Talked all that shit. Watch what Aiden do, and then you better keep that same energy. I kept the same energy, didn't I? Tell me if I'm wrong. I kept the same energy. Every time somebody puts McDaniels in the chat, it make me think about McDonald's, man. And then I start getting hungry and shit. Who said I'm negative? Where's the Henny? It wasn't. This game was too bad for me to even go sip some Henny. It wasn't worth my time to even buy Hennessy to drink when I'm in this type of mood. A McDouble would hit right now. Nah, yo, you can't. Nah, don't get the McDouble. Get the double cheeseburger, bro. You getting more for your buck because you get 2 slices of cheese. The McDouble is a fraud. Get the double cheeseburger. Get 2 slices of cheese. That cheese to patty ratio is what you need. All right? Tank for Shador. We don't have to tank to get Shador. Shador is probably a top 10 pick, but he'll be the first quarterback, but I don't think you got a tank to get him. We already suck. Like, what do you mean tank? We played as hard as we could today, and we look like dog shit. Yeah, man, get that double cheeseburger, man. Get 2 slices of that cheese, man. You know what I'm saying? Cam Ward. Bring back McDaniels. Yo, Samuel, yo, look, man. I'm going to block your ass because I don't know why you stop saying McDaniels. Got rid of Carr. We see he was not the problem. Oh, Lord. We knew he was the problem. Now, was he a small part of the problem? Absolutely. But they didn't put him into any positions to be successful. And when they did, he was successful. But even Derek Carr on this team with this coaching staff, it wouldn't be it. It wouldn't be it. I want baby Mahomes. Why? Refs took our momentum. No, us making dumbass penalties and making bad bonehead plays is what took our momentum. All right, man, get your last questions in, man. I got 4 minutes. 4. I got 4 more minutes, man, then I'm out of here. What about Quinn Ewers? Yeah, I like him too, but not more than Shador. It's Shador for me. It's Shador because I feel like that's like a whole culture change, bro. Like a black quarterback in Vegas, like he was bred for this, man. He was raised to be a professional athlete, man. So fire AP soon. I would let AP finish the season, and no matter how the season goes, I would get rid of him because I don't want to draft a quarterback and have AP be the head coach. That's all. Jalen Milroe, I like it, but I feel like he's more of the. I just don't know if I believe in his arm as much as I believe in Shador's arm or Cam Ward's arm. Maybe the football gods are making us suck intentionally to finally get our franchise QB. Just look at the injuries too. I mean, look, the football gods are punishing us for something, but I don't know if it's in our control at this point. Hire Art Shell. Oh, okay, Samuel. Okay, all right, okay. I see what you're doing. Lindor just grounded out. God damn it, Lindor. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. More RPO with Jalen. Yeah, but if you're going to do RPO, then you got to get a damn OC that can do RPO shit. You know what I'm saying? Damn, it's always that. It's always you with that name, man. I can't pronounce that shit, man. But you did this in the chat, so salute to you, too. You can put Mahomes in back of the O-line, and he won't succeed. What, in our O-line? Mahomes doesn't look that great this season, honestly. Sanders be second-guessing something, and that worries me. I'd be second-guessing, too, if those are the teams you... Look who you playing for. Look who... He's outside of Travis Hunter, he's making those guys better than what they really are. So, I mean, damn. Like, yeah, I would be second-guessing, too, if I every throw had my damn career on the line and I'm throwing it to everybody in the Pooh Shiesty mask. SMAC, appreciate the super. Thanks for being 100. And y'all hit them damn likes. Appreciate you. Yeah, make sure you hit them likes, man. You got 2 minutes. Their team sucks, not Sam's. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't hold anything that happens to Colorado against Sam's. I think it's just a miracle that he has them playing as well as they're playing because the defense isn't good. They can't stop the run, and they can't run the ball. So, like, you know what I'm saying? The fact that they're even competitive in Power 5 football when he was coming from an HBCU is like, I've seen enough. He was great as a kid. He was great in high school. He was great at Jackson State, and now he's great at, like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about, man? He's not the problem. Mark need to sell the stadium, take his losses, and move back to Oakland. F it, we play all away games now. Yeah, I know, man. That sucks. That sucks. But all right, man. I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Everybody that donated, everybody sent some supers, everybody that showed some love, even the cats that be in here hating. But actually, nobody was really hating today because it's kind of hard to hate on somebody who told you what was going to happen and then it happens. So instead of hating in the chat, you probably just going to go somewhere else where somebody can coddle you and make you feel better about your dumbass opinion being wrong. But that's okay with me. That's okay with me. We always gonna keep it real over here. Facts over feelings. You already know that. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Check out redemptionbrand.com. Get some of that fire merch. You know what I mean? The drip is always on point over there. Fabric is good. Detail, attention to details, everything. Look at that. Come on, man. Everything is clean over there. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Drop a video. I'll be live this week. I'm working on a new membership program for y'all. Make sure you hit the like, share the video, like the video, do all that shit that all them other YouTubers tell you to do. You already know what it is. Until the next time, as always, Raider Honcho out.